What a time to make a little movie. Shane here, Kumbartcho Project Farm. So this is the old dairy on the farm. So this month is basically, I've just spent the 4 seasons down here. Moved down here last March. So this is some of my gardens. I've got plantings along the edge of this shed here. Tulsi basil, Brazilian cherries, and then Tulsi basil, casuarina, mulberry. Compost heap here with 6 school camps worth of food scraps in it. Rosegrass hay. We've just planted seedlings into that. This is beginnings of a grapevine to go on a trellis on the end of this building. This is the beginnings of part of my orchard. So we've got mulberry, guava, fig, white sapote, another guava, Tulsi basil and casuarina, a leucaena here. We've already been eating guava off this tree, so in under 12 months we've got food. This is my first vegetable garden, so this is basically 12 months old. We've had a summer cover crop. We then grew vegetables all through the cool season. I let it go back to a cover crop then of basically pigeon pea and cassava, and we've just taken that down. There was an amount of stuff growing underneath it, so we've got a Brazilian spinach or sisu spinach here. We've of course got the perennial Tulsi basils everywhere. Got a Damiana here that's got some flower on it. Lots of bunching onions down here. Some comfrey, which struggles in this environment with the heat and the dry. Aloe vera under this tree. Loves growing in the shade of the trees. Cassava, we've just cut a lot of the cassava down and taken cuttings off it to put into other gardens. The perennial mugwort. And so this is now, we've basically taken the cover crop down, taken all the material and put it into the orchard and covered it over with hay. But in here we've got eggplants that are hangover from last year, kale that's a hangover from last year, a lot of parsley that's continued from last year. But we've planted new cool season vegetables in here, mostly greens, salad and you know, for hot steamed greens. So that's that part of the garden, which was actually part of the cattle yard originally, so it's on a pretty solid base of gravel and shit. And then we come around the corner here, and we're into my new basically orchard structure out here. So I rotary hoed and put in rows of pigeon pea and chia, and I've planted other stuff into there. There's lots of other stuff in there. There's like turmeric and aloes and you know what, African cucumbers. But we've gone in then and put in bananas. So we've put in a lot of bananas. Between the bananas now, there's a cassava and a couple of Queensland arrowroots that have just been planted. And along these original rows here, we've planted fruit trees. So that's a citrus that we marcotted. Over here, a marcotted fig tree. A mulberry marcot there. Mango seedling. And another citrus in here. So this is a really great way to get, there's another fig tree in here. This is a really great way to get fruit, another citrus, all marcots. So we're doing this ourselves on the farm here with fruit trees that are performing well. We're going in and marcotting. So there's another citrus there. we're marcotting them so we get these, you know, trees that are going to be fruiting almost straight away. But yeah, this is a typical accumulation type setup here, an invasive species accumulation system of planting. So we're maximising our green leaf area, maximising photosynthesis, and all the time it'll just keep building fertility, building. So the bananas come down. This is the lush part of the garden up there. This is like poverty land down here. So I went in a second time and rotary hoed and planted down here because most of this didn't make the grade. But we got interesting stuff down here, like this guy here's a popcorn cassia. This is all chia in these rows. This is a super thing to put in early in the system to get a total ground cover and get photosynthesis happening. It is as tough as, there's a pumpkin there. There are pigeon peas amongst these rows. But I wanted to show you some of the cassava we put in just the other day, and it's already, yeah, here we go. This has been in less than a week and it's already got leaf coming onto it. So it'll be up over my head in a heartbeat. The pigeon pea will be up over my head probably in a couple of heartbeats. There's another cassava there. So these are sticks just out of the original cover crop in the other garden we were in earlier. There's a Queensland arrowroot already coming up. It's only been in less than a week. And these are all bananas in here. So basically it's the same pattern. Banana with cassava in the middle and a Queensland arrowroot in between them. And yeah, this is a whole area here. This is the eastern side of this shed. So it gets good sunshine in the morning. And we're on the southern side of the old dairy building. So this will fill in with an orchard eventually, which will give us protection from the weather events coming out of the south. Whether the shed protects us from the westerly winds, this will protect us from the cold southerlies and the southeasters. So yeah, that's what's going on the farm. Beautiful 78 millimeters of rain overnight. Biggest fall we've had since 26th of March last year. And it's almost like we're in springtime here. Just incredible what's going on, and the growth has just started to happen. This chia's been sitting here for months with going nowhere, and suddenly it's exploding. So that's it for me for today, except for this bit up here that I haven't got to. This is my sun deck up here on a sunny day, my storm deck on a stormy day, my wind deck on a windy day. Wonderful area on the end of the dairy here that has been paved by Steiner School students, but I've planted this herb garden around the edge. Planks to sit on, but all these herbs, and a lot of these herbs can be used for making cups of tea. We don't have to go shopping for tea leaves. A couple of native beehives I inherited that are ready to populate. So that's the story for the day. Like, wonderful Tulsi basil, like, you know, it's an awesome thing. Got bees on it all the time. It's constantly flowering with bees in it. So that's it for me today. Have a great one. Cheers, bye.